Well, we're right over in the corner of the workshop now to this rather impressive dishing stump that I use on, or dishing form that I use on bits and pieces. Not always large bits, certainly not using it to make that form, but it's just a nice smooth edged deep bowl into which you can, or over which you can work. Lord knows you probably wouldn't want to push something in there because you just end up with half a football, which is what I think this was cast from originally. It may have been a football or a bowling ball, I believe. It's brilliant. It weighs, believe it or not, about as much as that beast. There we go. It's really heavy, but it's fantastic. Nice solid form to work over. It gets into the whole arguments for and against dishing forms. Did they use them? Didn't they use them? Does dishing stretch and destroy material anymore, and raising somehow magically doesn't just make it thicker, makes it stronger and capable of withstanding small arms fire and all that sort of stuff. Dishing's got a very bad reputation, and you know, rightly so in some respects, because whenever you want to bowl you don't necessarily dish. There's times and places for dishing, there's times and places not to dish. That's an argument for maybe another video, I don't know. But you know, don't feel bad if you dish. You're not an inferior armourer. It just depends what you're dishing and for what reason, as opposed to raising. Raising certainly appears to require more skill. Let's say that much. Whereas dishing, any fool can dish. You can pick up a bit of metal, you can grab a hammer of some description, and you can just smash it into the void. Hey ho, I've dished. But what you've dished is a very weak form. It's not that straightforward if you're going to dish and dish well. In the same way that raising is very difficult, but at the end of the day anyone can pick up a hammer and smash it against something and you will raise something. But equally you may have weakened it, damaged it, thinned it out, whatever. Like I say, another video perhaps, the whys and wherefores of raising versus dishing. Does this need to be this grandiose and large? Probably not. But it'll outlast me, certainly. Probably outlast my great-great-great-great-grandchildren if they get that far. So that's what's nice about it. Doesn't need replacing. It doesn't smoke and steam like wood version does. It's just a nice handy form. And it's got all these edges and bits and pieces that you can use. These nice big curves on here, which are great for doing different bits and pieces where you don't perhaps want a line that one of these might leave in the middle of your work. So you don't need one like this, and I would suggest the wooden one would do. And also, if you're making a general dishing form, perhaps keep the diameter to about 4 inches or so. You don't need this vast chasm here. It's just handy when you need it, and when you need it, it's fantastic. So there you go. I mean, the other dishing form I've already shown them there. There he is, get out of the way, so sit down. Brilliant starting dishing form. That was my first one, still going nice and strong. And in one of the videos you can just see there under the anvil there's a dishing form again, which is plenty big enough, but I just use that when I go out showing armouring and heritage crafts, because I can take this with me, and all my hammers, anvil and a dishing form come with me in one easy hit. So there you go. You certainly don't need a giant dishing form like this. Somebody asked me to show the tools I use. So you certainly don't need one that size, but when you do, it's really helpful. So there you go, my rather oversized dishing form. Thank you to David Hewitt and Fred Ryall for helping me get that sorted out many years ago. So thank you to them. So there you are, nice easy dishing form. Well, not easy actually, difficult dishing form, perhaps a bit of overkill, but useful when I need it. I hope that was useful to you. Stay safe, keep hammering, and I will see you in the next video.